Early access provided by EA, Firemonkeys, presented by EA GameChangers. A second downtown developer event has been added to the game. I'm not going to go into as much detail in this one as I did in the first downtown developer video because the event itself is pretty much the same. The only thing that's different is the grand prize available and the place where you start the event. So Downtown Developer 2 can be started from the other side of the hospital, so it'll be the closest one to the Downtown Express. The one on the other side is the first Downtown Developer event. When we click on this, we get the option to demolish, so you demolish the buildings that are there, and then once the time is up, the Downtown Developer 2 event will begin. So like I said already, this works exactly the same way as it does with the first event, but you unlock a different grand prize. So this one is the 3-story Onyx apartment. So you get a few tasks next. These explain how the event works. Again, it's exactly the same as the first one. So open Downtown Developer menu. So click on the orange button that's pulsing at the side of the screen there. This menu is where you see your progress in the event. So it shows you the current stage requirements, and at the top there you've got a bar which shows you all the stages that you need to complete in this event, and it will show you the time limit for each stage. I will explain that more in a minute. Let's go back now and complete that task. So the next one is view major stage deadlines. So this is about the time limits. So on that bar at the top again, you will see under stage 2 it says 3 days. This means you have 3 days to fill the bar by collecting all the resources you need to reach stage 2 to be on track in this event. If you don't complete a stage in the time limit, you are forced to spend simoleons to progress in this event. The amount of simoleons it costs does vary depending on the level you're on, so if you're on a high level, expect to spend quite a lot. The time limits for each stage are reach stage 2, 3 days, reach stage 4, 6 days, reach stage 6, 6 days, and reach stage 9, which is the final stage, 15 days. So in total, you have 30 days to complete this very long and very tedious event. The stages I've just mentioned, so stage 2, 4, 6 and 9 are all major upgrades. So the building site will change when you reach these milestones, and you will receive other rewards as well. Those are shown on the screen at the moment. Go to the resource location. So every 24 hours you will receive a new permit to collect a resource at a different location. So go back to the menu, the orange button, and scroll down and it will show you where your permit is. So it says 24-hour permit to collect granite shards at the Deer Spring Falls. The location will be different for you and it will be only places that you've already unlocked. So if you haven't built, say, Deer Spring Falls yet, then you won't get a permit to go there. Click on the visit button on the permit to go straight to that location. Assign a sim to an X. So at the location you will find 2 X spots. So you need a sim to be at the location, so click on the whistle to bring a sim here, and then click on one of these and select collect shards. This will take 3 hours and 55 minutes. Make sure you have 2 sims at a time doing this, but only 2 sims can collect shards at the same time, and 1 shard does not make a full piece. I will explain that a bit more in a minute. Review resource progress. So click on the orange button again to head back to the event progress tab, and we can see that we need 2 shards here to make 1 piece of granite. If you scroll down you can actually see the current stage requirements as well, which is quite useful. I didn't go down that far at that point though, but I will show you that later. Review the major stage timer. Here you'll see the next stage is locked. If you miss one stage, you can still catch up at the next stage, as the time limit for the next stage doesn't start until you've completed the previous one. So if you miss out on completing, say, stage 4 in the 6-day time limit, once you have paid your simoleons to move on, you can still get the full 6-day time limit to reach stage 6. That is all the main goals complete now. It just shows you what your permit is on the goal screen, and from there you can click on the orange button to see your progress. So let's finish collecting the shards at Deer Spring Falls. I'm going to bring another sim here. We're going to have 2 completing this at the same time. This is the early access version, so I'm just skipping with social points. So you can see that's 1 shard out of 2, so we need 2 shards to create 1 piece of granite. Once you have the amount you need, it will say stage ready for upgrade. So we have completed stage 1 there. Completing stage 1 earns us 2 LP. We have our next permit now, so it is swim centre granite, so we need to go to the swim centre to find some more granite. So scroll down and click visit, head straight to that area and then whistle your sims over and then click on the patches to search for the shards. It's important to note, if you complete your permit and earn enough resources before the 24 hours is over, you need to wait the rest of the 24 hours before you will get your next permit. I'm not planning to show you every single one of these collecting shards. I did that in my first Downtown Developer video, so check that out if you want to see the whole event. In this one I will be using a lot more social points to get me through. This is the current stage requirements I was talking about earlier. If you want to skip with social points, this is the best place to do it, as it is more expensive if you skip from the action itself or from the permit section. That's enough collecting shards. I'm going to start speeding up now. Let's get us to the next stage. So this is stage 2. This is a major stage complete. This upgrades our building site. This also earns us 2 LP, 2 social points and 1 glass. So the glass can be used in the next stage. I will talk about glass when we get there, but I will be skipping all granite ones from now on. It's just such a shame that I don't have this amount of social points in my actual game to skip everything. I honestly haven't even done the first Downtown Developer event yet because I've heard so many horror stories about it, and all my feedback that I gave to the makers about it on your behalf was clearly just ignored, so I'm not impressed. Our next permit is to collect glass from the tropical romantic islands. So obviously, again, if you haven't unlocked that yet, then you won't be going there. Again, you have 2 X's to click on, and again it will take 3 hours and 55 minutes, but this time you need to collect 3 shards to make 1 piece of glass. One thing I didn't mention before about shards is you need to collect a full piece within 24 hours to be able to use it towards your next permit. If you only collect 1 or 2 shards, then you will lose those. So if I only had 2 glass shards and the timer ran out, I wouldn't be able to carry those over to the next permit. Let's use some social points to reach the next stage. Stage 3 is complete, so we have earned 5 social points. And we're back to a granite permit again for the next stage. So it's only granite and glass again for this stage. Let's get our requirements again with our social points. And that completes stage 4, so this is another major upgrade to our building site. We will also earn 5 LP, 5 social points and 1 gold, so the gold can be used for the next stage. On to stage 5 now, so this time we need granite, glass and gold. I'm just going to buy the requirements for the granite and glass and then I will show you how gold works. We've got our gold permit now, so we need to collect gold from the community centre. So let's click visit on our menu. Again, we need 2 sims here to click on the X's and collect the shards. This time we need 4 shards to make 1 piece of gold. And collecting that final shard completes that stage. So that is stage 5 complete. Completing this stage earns us 10 social points. Now we know how to get all those resources, I'm just going to speed through now and show you what you get for completing each stage. That completes stage 6, so this is another major upgrade to our building site. We also earn 10 LP, 10 social points and 1 gold, which can be used for the next stage. And that completes stage 7. Completing this stage earns us 10,000 simoleons. Completing stage 8 earns us 15 LP. Stage 9 is the final stage, so if you don't manage to complete this in the time limit, you still unlock the empty 3-story onyx towers once the event is complete, which in my opinion is actually better than the actual grand prize that you only unlock if you manage to complete this last stage in the 15-day time limit. I don't know what annoys me the most, the fact that we have another downtown developer event, or the fact that the grand prize really is not worth the effort. I think it's probably the grand prize issue. I won't be giving you a tour of the 3-story onyx towers in this video, but I do have a separate house tour video of that. I'll let you use that video to make up your own mind of what you think. Once the event is complete, you will see the building. It's not a huge amount prettier than the previous downtown developer one, but actually I think the outside on this one actually is better than the inside. When you click on it, you'll get the option to build the 3-story apartments, so you've got the empty one there, and you also got the 3-story one if you completed in the time limit. If you didn't, you only have the empty one, or you can build the 2-story penthouse apartments if you prefer those instead. The first one is free, but obviously if you demolish it and rebuild, it will cost you simoleons to rebuild. I think the best thing about this event is probably that you unlock some items in buy mode if you manage to complete in the time limit. They're a bit hit and miss. I really love the gold pool ladder and the golden door frames. I'm not so keen on that wall plant that looks like moss, or the black exterior walls. They are a definite no from me. I think you'll see why when you see the house tour itself. If you found this video helpful, please like it and please subscribe to my channel. You can find all my holiday Francais update videos in my playlist. I also have a blog, thegirlwhogames.blog, and on there you can find loads of posts about Sims Freeplay, including all the update posts. Thanks for watching. Bye!